Hey viewers, thanks for tuning in. This is Safari Outfitters channel, and I thought I'd do an update of the trailer that I did a video of a while back. It seems to be one of my more popular videos, and what I'm out here doing today is some maintenance on it. First off, I did a couple changes. Since the last video, I added a 4x rack on the back. It was just a couple of high lift mounts that I had laying around, and I decided to put it on the back of the trailer so I could put a high lift bar, if that's what it's called. You know, it's just the main beam on a high lift to sort of act like a bumper on the back. I mean, I know it's not going to do any real good if someone were to rent the trailer, but I was just looking for something different to do. And I've actually got the rest of the high lift that I'm doing some maintenance on over here, so I'll probably add it on. There's a couple front drive shafts and a rear drive shaft that I picked up at the local junkyard, so I'm going to put some new U-joints on them, and I just painted them up. Another high lift beam or bar, whatever you want to call it. And there's a base and lever mechanism for the high lift. And since I've got the paint out, I'm gonna repaint my Pool Pal land anchor and just get some basic maintenance done. But while I've got the paint out, I need to redo the inside of my Jeep trailer. If you're ever thinking about using Herculiner, I think that's what it's called, or Hercules bed liner, I think it's called Herculiner. The preparation makes a huge difference on how it'll hold up over years. I think I've had this for 5 years now or something, and the Herculiner started coming up on the floorboard. So once I noticed it started coming up, I started finding some rust spots underneath it. It was holding moisture, so I had to rip the whole bed portion of the liner off. You can see my, I don't know if you can't see it in the shadow. I've got my, there we go. My drill with the wire brush, kind of taking it up, taking the rust. But anyway, talking about preparation, the sides of the bed of the trailer were painted just like the outside with the green or primer, and then the green paint to match the Wrangler. And then I scuffed it up on the inside, and that portion where it was primed, painted, and then scuffed up, the Herculiner's holding it pretty well. The floorboard I'd had to replace because it had rusted through the original floorboard. I mean, once I had sandblasted it, it was so thin that it had small holes where the pitting had gone all the way through the metal. So that was cut out and welded in, and I didn't prime or paint it when I put the Herculiner in there. I was thinking that maybe the Herculiner would adhere to bare metal pretty well, and I was wrong. It didn't adhere well at all. So I'm out here in my garage today. I'm going to finish taking off the rest of the bed liner. It's along the edges, and sand out all these rust spots, and then I'll prime it, paint it, scuff it, and I probably won't mess with the Herculiner. You know what, I'm just going to prime it and paint it. I've got that heavy duty truck bed liner pad that I'll put down there, so I'm probably not going to mess with putting the Herculiner back on here. But I just wanted to give you an update of what's been going on with the trailer. The other things that I did to it was I dropped the 35-inch tires and the matching rims for the Wrangler. Right now that's just a set of Jeep rims that I picked up from the junkyard on some old 31 BFGs. The reason I switched it out is I changed the gears and the tires on the Wrangler. There's my boy just taking his Jeep out for a spin. Say hi. He's a little shy. But I brought the Jeep down to 3310s, re-geared up from 456 to it's actually 411 in the back and 409 in the front. And I also, I had to do some other work, like I had to rebuild the Dana 30. My aux lockers just blew apart, but that'll be a whole other video. I'll shoot a whole other video on the Wrangler because I got to do some other maintenance on it. Anyway, that's what's going on at my driveway today. Be safe out there and enjoy your adventures.